This literally sums up the way I play Minecraft. Hello everyone, my name is Mehdi and welcome back to another episode from the EchoCraft Server. This is episode 4 and in episode 3 we built this super smelter behind me. But in today's episode, I want to go up to the top and just have a quick look at a few areas of where we want to start developing this island. Now around here I want to start working on a modern style village for a bunch of villagers with a bunch of different sort of buildings and factories which relate back to their workstations, and we'll have some apartment buildings and some small houses for them to all live in. But for us to do that, well, we're going to need a heck of a lot of concrete. Now I want to build a concrete farm or concrete converter that's going to make a lot nice and quick. Now I've got some plans for building one, and to do so, well, we're going to have to head down to the Redstone Testing World and have a look. And here we are now in my Redstone Testing World. This is the concrete converter we're going to be building in the actual server. This one was originally designed by MumboJombo and later was done as a tutorial by RagingDonut. So I'll link those in the description below and you'll be able to watch what's going to go on. If we go down inside and have a quick look, so we can come up this bubble vader. And inside here is where it all happens. So we put our concrete powder into here. We can either stick a chest or a shulker box on here. And to get it started, we turn on the TNT duper. We stand here, and this zero-tick piston will feed it through. And over to the side of us, that dropper will make sure that we constantly get more and more of the concrete powder ready to go. And there we go, there's a whole stack done. Turn this off and we'll have a quick look around. So, just come through here. The only one difference I've made from RagingDonut's video is I've put a piece of obsidian here, and that just stops this from going out too far if you do forget to turn the TNT duper on. The furnaces in here have got 58 items in them each, which gives us enough single strength to go through, back up, and power the zero-tick pistons here without bleeding across to the other pistons, so it just makes it a bit easier for it to work. Inside here is a normal TNT duper, and this is all the timing set up by MumboJombo on how to get this to work nicely, and then it will drop the TNT about halfway. Now I'm going to load up Litematica, which is a building mod, I guess, to take a schematic of this, and we're going to place that into the server and build it from that, just to make things a bit easier. Let's quickly load that up. Now, it's about here when I finally realized that my Action 4 recording software wasn't able to record the Fabric version of Minecraft, which means that I had to revert back to Xbox capture, and the audio quality in this next segment is going to be on the bit of a poorer side. Bear with me, I'll try and find other ways around it, but in the meantime, I hope you still enjoy it. Thanks. Now here we are with the Litematica mod now loaded, and what we can do is now set up a file. So we'll take a copy of this building and we'll upload it into the server. So let's just plot the settings. Let's create a new one. We're going to call this one the concrete converter. Nice and simple. Alright, with that one highlighted, let's now Alright, so we've set a new block for it to start from, and we can literally, I'll stand it here so you can see it, extend the box all the way down here, all the way down there, and all the way up there. Let's just make sure we've got everything captured. Yep, it's looking good. Now the one thing I do find with this mod is the chests sort of take a funny look, but once we go back into the normal version of Minecraft, 15.2 at the moment, it'll be fine. Now let's save this one. Schematic is now saved. Now we can go back into the server and upload this where we want to place it. Now, with all the resources collected and a good night's sleep, let's head over and we'll load up our schematic map where we want to put it. Let's get rid of these mobs quickly. Should be fairly okay as long as we don't have any creepers. And none around. Cool, we should be pretty good. But just in case, when it does hit night time, we'll set up a bed ready to go. Let's put in a couple of shulkers of gear that we have ready to go. Alright. Let's get, we're going to need a stick first, and I've left them up there in the chest. I'm just going to need one. Right, so let's go through to load schematic. Let's load this one into place and load it. So here we go. Here is now the schematic. It's a bit translucent at the moment, which is perfect for what we want. It is facing a bit of the wrong direction, so let's go through and rotate its direction. Let's see if that's the right direction now. No, because I actually want this now facing 180, but over here. Let's go back in and move it again. And this should be the right direction now. Lovely. Alright, next part is going to be actually moving into place of where we want it. Move it back a little bit. You can move it up one. Maybe just across a little bit over there. I think that might be okay. And we can get rid of this tree shortly. It's going to overhang over here a little bit, but we can terraform all this area to make it look nice. We'll maybe make this look like a big sky tower or a building at the end of it. Maybe just one more over this way. Give it a space. I think that's going to be good. I think I'm going to like that. All right, let's get started. So if we look up close, I can actually walk through the building and sort of interact with it quite a lot. And if I actually middle click on a block, it will select it for me, which is pretty cool. I'm not so sure why it's doing that for. There we go. And also, we can start to recreate this build. Well, so far, I think this is coming along really, really well. This Litematica mod helps so much with these bigger projects when you've done it in a redstone testing world and you want to bring it across to your survival world. It just makes it so much easier. Alright, well, I think I'm pretty happy where I'm up to. The last part I need to do is the TNT duplicator. Now, I want to do that not with the Litematica on, because I've got to properly set it up and it's going to look a bit different than what it's showing at the moment. So I'm going to go open up my redstone testing world on another screen, and I just want to make sure that I actually get this right the first time, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, so we've got in total, we're going to have one in my hand, and we're going to have the remainder of the 8 stacks of grey concrete powder inside the dropper. Now ideally when I place it here, a circuit will come through and place it into my offhand like so. Just to be sure, actually I might just grab a couple extra. Alright, let's turn the concrete machine on. And let's run a full test of all these stacks. Let's go. And there we go, that's it. Now there'll be a few remaining blocks left. We've got how many? 1, 2 and a handful down there. Let's turn this off. Let's have a look. Have I got any in my inventory? No. Almost 3 stacks. Just under another 3 stacks. Just over a stack. And just under a stack. And in total... did we lose any at all? So we did still lose some. Actually, we've got more. This time we've got slightly over. In the grand scheme of things, to be honest, I'm not too bothered about a little bit of loss in the concrete. More important about just trying to get as much as I can done as quickly as I can. So if I was to lose a stack or so here or there, but I was doing shulker boxes worth at a time, then to be honest, I can actually AFK at this and not have to worry about sitting there and constantly refreshing my offhand. So win-win to me. Now, during the time while I was building this, DC got online and asked me if I could meet him over in the shopping area. Let's have a look at that now.
Oh, there he is. Look at you there. I mean, Mehdi, behind you, up.
Where are you?
Not that far up. Hello there, sir. Hello.
DC, how's things, mate?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
Fantastic. It's been a while since
nice. Yeah, indeed. Well, you might see each other more often after I give you this, well, I would say book. I would say just, I will give it to you. You can read it out loud. And, well, just type in the end if you either do yes or no, and then throw the book back. Oh, wow. And then I can give some. And if you have questions, feel free to ask. And, yeah, go for it.
You've been invited to start the first settlement of EchoCraft. This will be a second place of dwelling, which a theme is present. To respond, simply write yes or no on the 3rd page. Alright. Yes or no?
That's the question. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
So a second settlement. Is it going to be on this server or elsewhere?
Yeah. It's we're gonna make a big city built out of concrete, type of futuristic style. So also something you like, right? Near spawn. I would say like 300 blocks away from spawn. That's where we're gonna build it. And well, you're in or not? That's the question. So let me check. Oh, there we go.
Yes,
It's a yes.
I am in.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
in this episode, I'll be building a concrete maker.
I'm
But over a
I'm not. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Lucid. I think Lucid started on making 2 concrete makers, the same as I have in my base there. So you can just make it there. There's a gravel or a sand biome there. You know, the one we started on when we started the server. And, well, gravel is the seafloor. So I can show you the place real quick. So you know where it is.
And so I said yes. Now, this is going to be a pretty exciting process. We're going to be building a whole new modern city in a different area, but still on this server. There's going to be a bunch of us working together to collab and make something amazing. Now, that's all the time I've got left for this episode. If you did like this episode, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so before you leave. With that all said, see ya.